All right, good morning. So one of the things that I'm going to start doing is every Wednesday from 9 to 9:30, I'm going to jump on Zoom. I'm going to give you some tips and stuff as far as agent attraction goes, and then also allow for any kind of questions or like, hey, here's what I'm having trouble with, or how can I overcome this objection that's given. I am not a recruiter. I'd say that all the time. I don't recruit agents. I attract agents by either my personality or by the value that I provide. So, first things first, the biggest issue with agent attraction is we call it EXPing on people. No one wants to be EXP'd. When the company first started back in, what was that, 08, 09, nobody knew about the brokerage. So a lot of people would tell about the brokerage. Here's the thing. It's 2023. Our brokerage has been around for a while. Everyone knows about our brokerage and lots of people have opinions about it. So what I do now is instead of talking about my brokerage when I'm sitting down with an agent, I ask about their brokerage. I ask them, what do they like about their brokerage? When I find out what they like about the brokerage, then what I can do is I can highlight how our brokerage is similar. Then I ask them, well, what do you not like about your brokerage? The main thing in agent attraction is figuring out what is the rock in their shoe. Okay. Right now, with the way that the market is turn upside down, there's a lot of agents who are unhappy and they're looking for something different. They're looking for something that's going to offer them more for their business. They're looking sometimes for something that's going to take their business to a next level. But the bottom line is they're looking. So what I find is that one, I'm not going to assume what they like. Okay. I need to find out what they like about their brokerage. I need to find out what they don't like about their brokerage. For example, we all joined EXP. You need to think back to, why did you join EXP? So everybody tell me really quick, why did you join EXP? Ed, why did you join EXP? I can't hear Ed. All right. Well, while you all are thinking, I'm going to tell you why I joined EXP. Okay. Number one, I was a part-time agent. Okay. Because I was still teaching full-time. We were at HomeSmart. Okay. And the reason why I was excited about going to EXP is because all of the training was on demand. As a brand new agent, yes, I was licensed in Kentucky, didn't sell a damn thing in Kentucky, moved here, still didn't sell anything. And I'm like, well, I've got this license. Why aren't people just knocking down my door? Well, the problem was I had zero training. Okay. Everything that I learned in real estate school did not teach me anything here. So when I learned that one, EXP had the world, so people were accessible at any time, I was like, dang, that's amazing. When I found out that they had Workplace, which is basically like the on demand, like I could go in there, search something, and I could watch a video of training, that to me was the value that I was missing, that I needed. But that's not everybody. So what I found was, when I thought of what I liked about the brokerage and I spit that all over everybody else, seasoned agents who didn't need training were like, oh, well, then EXP has nothing for me. When I said it to people who have a mindset of they already know everything, it didn't help me at all. There's a lot of people who like to spew stock. That didn't do a thing for me. Okay. It did nothing for me. However, we just cashed like a $30,000 check from our stock for us. That was nice. Okay. It was money that was already there for doing what we already do, but it was a nice little bonus. So first things first, think about why you joined, but don't make that your sole pitch. Okay. Number two, don't assume that they're going to jump immediately. There are some people that have been at a brokerage for a very long time. This is a long haul. It's not just changing business cards and stuff. Financially, it didn't really cost me anything to move over to EXP. I didn't have to rebrand anything. Nobody really knew that I was a real estate agent at HomeSmart. So like, it wasn't like I had like like an image or anything like that. But there are some agents that they have to redo all of their signs. They have to redo all of their marketing. They have to redo websites, and it's a whole long process. So don't think just because they say, hey, I'm not going to jump right now, that they're not going to jump. Has anybody on here ever taken the DISC assessment? I feel like I'm talking to myself. All right, guys, come on. I'm going to need just a little bit. Anybody taking the DISC assessment? Okay. Okay, so the DISC assessment is really cool, and you can usually find like a free one online. So the DISC assessment, each letter stands for a different part of your, like a different personality type. Okay, so D is very dominant. When you think of someone who has a high D, think of Chris. Okay, Chris is very high D. So when I'm talking to someone who I know has that high of a personality, I need to realize that they may not be super humble. Okay, they may have the mindset of, I already know what I'm doing. How is this really going to help me? Like, I'm already a top producer. How is changing a brokerage really going to help me? Okay, a person who is high on I, okay, so it's called influencer. Basically, just means they're a people person. They're the person that you can plop in a party and they know no one, and they will have conversations all night. I'm a high I. Okay. So one of the things that I know as someone who is a high I need to let people know who are high I's about the culture at EXP. Okay. We have an abundance mindset, right? There are lots of people at EXP who give away all of their tips, tricks, blueprints, everything. And so to let people know that, hey, guess what? That's the type of community that you're going to have. That's a big plus. Okay. Then there's C, and then there's S. When you think of someone, you're high C, right? Sure. Okay, I think Laura's C. So a C person is someone who really likes like systems, steps, things like that. So it's someone who is like that type A, very like organized person. They have list for their list. I have a little bit of that, but this is Laura. Okay. So Laura's like, yeah. So when I talk to someone who I know that that's their type of personality, I need to talk about the systems that are at EXP. I need to talk about the like SkySlope. How in SkySlope, you're going to put your files in there. However, if there's any issue, if there is something that needs to be changed, the broker's going to answer you right away. The things change colors, so that way you know things are finished. You can talk about KV Core, someone who has a C or an S. They really like systems. They like organization. So talk about that types of things. The next thing is, how do you find people to talk to? That was my big struggle. I'm like, I don't know no damn agents. I know no one. They were like, oh, so the first list of people that typically you want to maintain that relationship with are your cross agents. Any and all people that you've done a transaction with, keep their phone number in your phone. Not to send them something that says, hey, come join EXP with me, because that's not going to go over well. Okay. What you need to do is ask them out for coffee. Someone told me once, take them to lunch. And I'm like, lunch can get expensive. They're like, fine, take them to coffee. And all you're doing is creating a friendship. Okay. Right now, there's a crap ton of agents at EXP. It's not the thought of, are they going to join EXP? Lots of agents are making moves. Why would they join you? Because you're their friend. Because they appreciate a relationship with you for those different reasons. Okay. So every single cross agent that you do a transaction with, reach out to them and go out to lunch with them. Go to coffee for them. Our weather's starting to get nice. Go on a hike together. If you enjoy hiking. If you don't enjoy hiking, don't do that. That would be a horrible idea. But pick an activity that you really enjoy and then invite them along with you. We just got back from Rewire, and there was an agent there that actually used to be with EXP, left because she had a horrible experience at the brokerage. And she's an amazing agent. I think she sold like 45 homes so far this year. Like, are you serious? And guess what? Her husband's licensed. If I come to her and I'm like, hey, join EXP again with me, that's not going to go over well. Okay. It's going to be a little too aggressive. So Chris and I are going to take her and her husband out to dinner. And we're going to continue to foster that relationship because that's what's going to get her to get over here. Now, besides that, you have to think to yourself, if I am telling people about my brokerage, if I'm trying to get people to join me, what tangible item have I created that's going to show them, hey, guess what? These are all the things I have. So let me show you, and I can help you all create this if you want to, okay? You'll have to buy the software, but I can help you create this. So what this is this is my website. So when I talk to someone who's an agent, or if I talk to someone who, you know, is maybe working on getting their license, I can send them this link, and it's just JackieDurbin.com. Well, actually it's Jackie/Durbin because Jackie Durbin was already taken. I don't know who she is, but whatever. So what I did was I created everything about me and my brokerage. So obviously I've got the EXP. Don't tell Chris that I changed the color because he would have a fit that the red's not on there, but it clashes with my pink. So I've got my picture. I've got my bio about me. This right here, all of these are links. So this is going, if they click on the I'm interested, like I'm ready, I want to join EXP, I'm already ready already. Then they click that and it's going to go to my calendar link. Once they're on my calendar link, they can go ahead and schedule an appointment. Notice I'm only available 2 days a week. I do Tuesdays and Fridays. That's it. Because some people would say, oh, you want to be super available. You know what? No, I've learned in my business that I have to set boundaries. And if I make myself available to everyone all the time, I'm going to have zero time for myself. So I let them know, hey, guess what? Pick a time. You must be licensed. I don't want people who are still in school. You need to be licensed before we sit down and have a talk, because I don't even know if you're going to pass your test. You have to watch all the videos. I've got a bunch of videos. I want them to know about my brokerage so that way they know what questions to ask. No-shows are not going to be rescheduled. If you no-show me, I'm sorry, my time is more valuable. Pick someone else. When they pick a time, so let's say they pick this time, there's questions that they have to answer for me. Obviously, what's their name? What's their phone number? I want to know what their Instagram ID is. I want to know if they're on social media, because one of the values that we have, obviously through the Excel program, because we're aligned with Chuck and Angela, is a social media coach. So I want to know, is that going to be something that's really going to be important to you? Because if they're doing a lot of content, but they're not gaining followers, or maybe their content's not great, or maybe whatever, then I can go ahead and check that out. Obviously, I want their phone number. I want to know what areas they cover. Because if they're a newer agent and they need a team and they're not here in the Phoenix area, I need to be able to go ahead and see who do I know in our organization that's in their area that they cover. Are they already with EXP? A lot of times people don't know that they can change, like they think that they can change who their sponsor is. You can't. You can't change who your sponsor is unless you leave the brokerage and you're gone for 6 months. So there's that. How long have you been an agent? This is super important, because if they've been an agent for a long time, am I going to talk about the training that's available? Only if they're a team owner. Because if they're a team owner, the hardest thing about a team is ensuring that you're training your agents and that you have time for that. So I might do that. How many transactions have they done in the past 12 months? That's going to tell me, are they going to cap or not? Because I need people in my downline who are actually going to be frontline qualifying agents. That's how you open up the other lines to make more money. Are you on a team? Do you have a team or brokerage? If they own their own team, EXP is hands down going to be easier for them, because there's so much training that's already available. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. And even if the training that you want is not available, you can ask other team leaders in the brokerage and be like, hey, this is what I'm looking for. Do you have something like this? They can send me their blueprint, and now I can create my own. This one is more so for franchise owners. I don't know if you knew this, but I didn't. The brokerage, some of the agents got in trouble for attracting people from other brokerages that own franchise. Okay. Remax, KW, a lot of those big wigs got really ticked off that the top producers were leaving. And so they were suing our brokerage. And then obviously I need their text message. All right. The disclaimer is the EXP disclaimer. And then I have links to all the different videos explaining EXP. So these are the videos that I want them to watch. So that way they have an idea of, one, what does our brokerage stand for? Who are the big heavy hitters? How can you make money at our brokerage? How is the model? What does the model look like? Most people know it, but it's kind of cool to see it from different people. Each of these videos are different people in my upline. None of these are me. So I've got Jay Kinder on here. I've got Gene Frederick. I think I've got like Brent Gove on here. But I have all the different people on here who are part of our organization. Another call to action. Hey, come talk to me. This is a three-way call. So let's say that you have someone who is considering EXP. You can go onto this website yourself, click this button, and then pick a time, and I'll get on the call with you and help you attract that agent. I'm not going to steal your agent. I don't do that because I believe in karma. And honestly, that's just, no, I don't do that. But if you need help, guess what? Grab the call. Let me help you out. Guys, I've attracted 30 agents. And I've maybe sold 8 houses in my entire real estate career. I know how to talk to people and help you build your downline. And that's what I want to do. These links are just to our commercial and international. I don't know nothing about commercial or international, but I know we have it at EXP. So I'm sending them to be the source of the source. And then because you all are either on the D team currently, or because you are in our downline, you have certain things. So obviously you have lifetime membership to all of our stuff in our Facebook group, right? Google local service setup and automations, that's for our downline. So basically the LSA platform, we set that up for anyone who joins us in our downline. Lifetime access to all the training and support for KV Core. Okay, you don't have to try to fix or understand KV Core, you get it free. Coaching and mentoring. If you are in the Honey Badger group, some of these will look familiar because they're on there. I also need to add the social media, so I need to make a couple changes. But basically, these are the meetings that they get. I want people who are thinking about EXP to see, guess what? There's a lot of coaching and mentoring that's available to you for free when you pick us. And then they have unlimited access, obviously, to me. And then there are 2 different things. So if they're ready, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to complete an interest form. Okay, it's a Google form. When they click on this button, it's going to take them to this Google form. They want to join us. Here's their email. Here's their information. Here's the state that they're licensed in. When would you like to be made active with EXP? Are you a broker? Obviously, I want to know their Instagram. What areas do you cover? When's your birthday? Because I want to have a list of all the birthdays so that way we can celebrate those. What's your home address? Because if they're doing amazing things, obviously I want to support them. It's not just getting people over, but it's also keeping them. This sign up goes straight to our EXP Join Me or whatever. It goes actually to Chris's because we're a domestic team. And so all the downline goes in his. And then these are different trainings that they get. So they have all of these different things. These links go to the Facebook group, the Instagram, obviously my YouTube. This is if they have a question, let's find a time to talk. Guess where it's going to take them? To my calendar. Here is how they're going to obviously, again, get into my calendar. And then I've got my stuff down at the end. So you have to ask yourself, if one of your goals in 2023 and moving forward is to create some passive income by attracting agents to EXP, one of the things you have to say is, why would I join me? So when I thought about that question, I was like, okay, people would join me because I can help them make money. I can help them understand and manage their KV Core. Why would they join Chris? Because Chris can set up their Google local service ads, which is going to create referral business for them in whatever state that they're in. All right, questions. Kathy, who is your sponsor? I need to see your upline to see if you are a Honey Badger. So honey badgers are anyone who's in, like if Jay Kender, I
We
know that's,
are, we're Rosie out of California. Aaron Mathis was our sponsor, but he passed away.
okay. So I will help you all get into your my EXP that shows who your upline is. So the Honey Badger group was started by Jay Kender. So if Jay Kender is anywhere in your upline, then you are considered in Honey Badger Nation. So you get all of the training and things that go along with that group. It's not a D team thing. It's a upline thing. So I'll look on there and I'll see. And if so, then I will get you in that group.
I can tell you who it is and just who she is. I'm just looking for it right now.
Okay.
But it's Rosie something out of California. Rosie Rodriguez out of California.
Are you able
Yeah.
to see the entire upline, like all 7 layers?
Oh no, I just
Okay.
get emails from her. That's the only thing I was looking at
Okay.
to see
So
who she is. We've never met her. Like I said, I was signed up by Aaron, and then
okay.
Aaron got cancer and passed away.
Okay. I
So
thought I remembered that, yeah.
so we were floating out here in the middle of nowhere anyway.
Okay. So to find your upline, you're gonna go to expenterprise.com and you're gonna sign in.
Yep.
You put in your username. I'm logging in as Chris because I can. And then you are going to bear with me. You're
I
gonna go
use Enterprise all
over.
the time.
You're gonna go over to My Business, and you're gonna go to Rev Share Dashboard.
Rev Share Dashboard.
Mm-hmm. Then it's going to tell you, hey, guess what? This page is no longer accessible. You got to go to the My EXP. So you click on the My EXP. And right here is going to say your upline partners on the home. So our direct sponsor is David Marsh, who was sponsored by Chuck Fazio, who was attracted by Michael Reese. There's Jay Kender, even though it says John, his name is Jay. There's Albie Stasic. So if any of these 3 men are anywhere in your upline, then that means you are a member of the Honey Badger group.
I'm on, and Kathy's a lot better at this stuff, but I just got on Enterprise and My Business. I'm sorry, I was looking on the wrong side.
That's okay.
My dashboard.
Yeah, so, you're going to go to Rev Share.
Okay. And then it says no longer. I'm sorry, I was in the middle of something else too that was going
That's okay.
on.
Yep. Then you're going to hit the little button that says My EXP.
My EXP.
And it's going to look just like this.
Mine doesn't.
Does it say my
It wants me to sign in.
Okay.
I never signed into it, so. I think Kathy got called to work.
No, I'm on it. Keep going. I'm on that page, Jackie. Where do I go next?
Okay, so now I'll go down and it'll say My Upline Partners.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Rosie Rodriguez, Richard Gia, Colby, Casoria, Brent Gove, Sheila Faharan, and Jennifer Fleck.
Okay, so you are not in Honey Badger.
Where is that?
Once you
So-
sign in, then scroll
I'm
down.
in.
You just scroll
Well-
down
Okay.
to where it says my upline partners.
Oh, okay. Yep. Sponsors.
So because you all are not in Honey Badger, so the one thing I want you to see is when you click, like when I arrow over these are my upline's phone numbers. These are their email addresses. Reach out to your upline and say, hey, what type of value do you give to agents as they choose you as their upline? They may have things that I just am not privy to because I'm not in their, like, I'm not in their upline, or they're not in my upline, so to speak. The other thing, let me go ahead and stop sharing. So the other thing is, how do I get in front of agents? We Serve, right, which is our local association of realtors. They have a new realtor orientation usually once a month. Go on their website, see when that is, and attend. It's usually like a meet and greet. There may be like drinks or appetizers or something like that, but you can attend those. I know they were gone during COVID, but I think those have come back now. I think they've lifted that. Women's Council of Realtors is another organization that you can become a member of. You can go and guess what you're going to do? You're going to be around agents, or don't join and just attend their events and talk with other agents. On weekends, if you are not hosting an open house, look up open houses and go to those open houses. Introduce yourself to those agents. Have conversations with them, because we've all done open houses and there's been no one who comes in. So it's a great time. Guess what? The agent can't run away. They have to stay at the open house. And so it's, I mean, I hate to be like that, but they can't run. Now, am I going to, right? Am I going to go in and like start spewing everything about my brokerage? No, but I'm going to have a conversation with them. Oh, this is a really nice house. Is this your listing? Oh, no, it's not my listing. Oh, okay. Someone on your team or your brokerage? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So how many open house, like, I love doing open houses. I hate doing open houses, but I'm going to pretend like I love doing open houses. Or maybe I say, you know what? I really don't like to do open houses. Do you like them? If they say, yes, I love open houses, but my brokerage doesn't have a lot of listings, so I'm limited to the number that I can do. Oh, yeah, our brokerage doesn't have that problem. And that's all I say. And they're like, well, what do you mean? And so then I tell them, we have this many agents in our MLS area, and I can host any of them open. All I have to do is reach out to the agent. I'm also on a team, and my team leader has some really good connections with a lot of different agents at the brokerage. So a lot of times we can get them that way as well. Or maybe they say, I hate doing open houses. Oh, okay. So how would you ideally like to, you know, get clients? Oh, well, you know, I really want to get into like using my CRM and reaching out to my sphere of influence. Oh yeah, I do that. Yeah. One of our team leaders, that's like, she teaches us that. We have access to her. We have access to all of her trainings. So just having that conversation, and then ask them for their card. Do you have a business card? I'd love to invite you to one of our team meetings. And then just bring them to the team meeting. Let Chris and I, actually don't even let Chris know, because I love Chris, but he's good. Sometimes he gives too much information. You got to give just a snippet, so that way they're like, wait a minute, I have questions. So that way they continue the conversation. But then just let me know, hey, Jackie, I've got an agent that's coming to the team meeting. And then what I'll do is I'll make sure that Jackson doesn't like have mysterious pink eye. By the way, he did not have pink eye. His eye was just red, like whatever, it's allergies, it's dusty here. But I'll make sure that I stay after the meeting and then I talk to them. And I'll ask them questions and I'll talk to them. Chuck and Angela taught me how to attract agents. I got it. You just got to put me in front of them and I'll get them in your downline. All right.
Hey, Jackie.
Yeah.
So on this sponsor list, my sponsor 7, is that somebody that's higher or lower than Rosie, my second sponsor?
So, so basically like the 7th is the person that is at the very, very top of your upline.
Okay, it's Jennifer Vagan Flick, and she has a 480 number.
Okay, I mean, you could reach out to her. The thing is, so the person who's at the 7th, so my 7th person is Brent Gove. Brent does not make money off people that I attract.
Right.
So will he help me? Maybe, but it doesn't really benefit him. Albie, Jay, Michael, Cliff
We have Brent
Freeman.
Gove.
Yes. So
Well,
Brent,
go ahead.
he was kind of like one of the founding fathers of EXP, and now he lives in Puerto Rico and golfs all day. So he's
So
not
that, but
super.
that wouldn't put us in the Badger. Honey Badger.
No,
Okay.
Honey Badger is Jay. It's Jay Kender.
So
what
we
was
can't
that?
get on that. I'm sorry, I'm not hearing.
No,
Okay.
nope, I can't put you on there.
Honestly, this sponsor line that I have, Rosie has done, we talked to her once a
Yeah.
long time ago. And she's in California, and so is everybody that she works with. So we are not.
Well,
we're not
the
relevant.
only, I mean, the only people, well, no, don't say that, because like Chuck, he has agents in all 50 states, just about. And so is he accessible to everyone on his time? He's at the point of his business where he does that. Jay's in Puerto Rico. Albie is in Texas or Oklahoma, but guess what? He answered his phone when I called him. So you just have to, I would email them and just be like, hey, look, you are in my upline and I want to build my downline and I need to lean on you. Is this something that you can help me with? And if they say yes, then great. And listen to everything that they say. And if they say, no, I'm not attracting, then you're going to have to build it on your own. But
So that's really the only value that we'd reach out to them for.
Correct. Yes. Your upline is what's helping you as you are building your downline. So
Okay.
like I would never call Chuck and be like, hey, Chuck, can you help me with this buyer broker or whatever, like sales wise? One, because no one in my upline still sells except David. David Marsh is the only person in my upline that still sells real estate. And
Hey,
you all, and I
Jackie,
think you all have met David. Yeah.
just so you know, I like your new frames.
Thank you. Look at you. You're like me. I love these. But the only thing is, like, because of where they are on my face, sometimes I have to push them down a little bit because it makes it look like I don't have eyebrows. And I like my eyebrows. I want them to be visible on my face. Okay, this conversation just went haywire. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. I will put it on our team page. And then next Wednesday, I'm going to talk about events that Chris and I either sponsor or put on that you all can invite people to, because some people can't come to a team meeting. So what's another thing that you could invite them to? So I'm going to be giving you all other information that you can invite people to.
Can I ask you one more thing?
Yeah.
I thought that maybe you were going into, when we did MLMs, we would have this type of half-hour thing that we invited people to, that actually somebody like yourself would be on it to recruit our recruits. You know what I'm saying?
And that,
you ever thinking about doing anything like that?
Yep, we do that. Hang on. That's what I'm going to be sending you all. That's what I was going to talk to you all about next week, but I can show it to you now. So
that's fine. I just wondered if it was, because that's what I thought we were going to look at today, kind of.
So basically, every single Thursday at 6 o'clock at night, I didn't want to do Wednesdays because some people go to Wednesday church. I didn't want to do it during the day because a lot of people are working. So it's in the evening. Okay. So this is a free event. You can invite people too. If you invite someone, you should attend as well. Please don't just send them, because I'm not going to know like, hey, this is so-and-so's guest. So look, it's
Right.
every single Thursday at 6 o'clock. So what you're going to do is you're going to invite these people to this event, right? Like I'll send you all the link for the Eventbrite. You can invite them there. And what Chris and I will do is explain the EXP model. What are the different ways that you can make money? When they sign up, I will send them an email that just says, hey, tell me a little bit about your brokerage. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you wish you could change. So that way it kind of steers my conversation. So that way all of these Zooms are not the exact same. We don't want them to be the exact same. We want them to be different, because we want it geared to them. So when I say, you know what, if one of the things that you really are having trouble with your brokerage is having accessibility to your broker, let me show you how accessible our brokers are. And then I show them the world. I show them how we get into the broker room, that kind of thing. Now, are my brokers available at 6 o'clock? Not in the world, but I can email them and I can call them. So when I bring that up in that Zoom call, they feel heard. They're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I don't ever get a hold of my broker, or I feel like I don't get broker support, or I feel like I'm out here on an island. And so automatically out of the gate, I validate what their rock is without asking them. So it's almost like I anticipated it, but it's not me anticipating. I asked the question and now I'm talking about it during that meeting.
Sure.
But these will be every Thursday, and it'll either be Chris and I together, or it will be just myself.
Sounds good.
But yeah, but those will be every single Thursday, and we are starting this Thursday, but I don't have any ticket sales. So I will let you all know though.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I missed it because I'm driving.
No
but
worries.
Can somebody go that's not licensed and is barely thinking about getting licensed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
The only time I say don't, like, I don't want people to schedule an hour meeting with me to talk about EXP of like my own time unless they're already licensed. But no, they can come they can come to the EXP Explain, so that way they know what they're working towards.
Okay. I actually have a group that it's an Arizona study group for like the licensing.
Yeah.
And I can probably like put that in that group.
Yes, I will send you the Eventbrite link. And honestly, guys, they pick whatever Thursday works for them. There's no charge, and then they'll get the Zoom link to be able to join. Oh my gosh, I put something's in my eye that's not my eyeball. Like there's a foreign object in there.
Your finger.
I think it's my eyelash. I need to take my eyelashes off and readjust them clearly. Something's going on here. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to send out some stuff to you all. Actually, it'll probably come from Laura. I'm lying because she has all of you all on a group. And then I will be available, but hopefully I'll see some of you all on Thursday. All right. And then KV Core is at 11 o'clock today. But again, if you're not able to come, don't worry. I'm going to put it in the Facebook group, or not the Facebook group, on the YouTube channel. All right, guys. Have a great day. Let me know if I can help at all.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.